welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay Perez, your friendly neighborhood beauty enthusiast. Today we are doing overnight curls, minimal heat. I'm going to use a little bit of heat on them, just a little bit. And I'm going to show you how to get big, voluminous, like naturally curly hair if you don't actually have curly hair. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Thanks. Okay, I've prepped my hair. I just washed my hair and then conditioned it. And then I just prepped it with a little bit of Ouidad, which is not how you say that, leave-in conditioner. And just ran that through my ends and let it air dry. So I would say the front is like 70% dry, the back probably like 60. So the more dry your hair is, the less curly it's gonna be. So probably start with like basically dry hair, truthfully. So there's 4 different sizes of these. I'll link these below. The blue is biggest, red, yellow, and then green. Just how it goes. I'm gonna do the green ones. So this package comes with like, I don't know how many of each, truthfully, but I'm gonna do the green ones on the bottom and then I'm gonna work up to bigger ones toward the top because I don't want this to be these teeny tiny little curls. So I'm gonna section out my hair like I always do. And I'm just gonna clip this. So these bottom ones, I'm not gonna worry about. My hair is slightly undercut, which means that it's shorter back here than like this top layer. So you're not really gonna see these. If I need to, I'll use a curling iron with them. So how you do this is you just take a section and this is gonna take you a while the first time you do it. You want your section to be roughly the size of your little rod here, but it's okay if it's a little bit bigger. And then I hold it back here and then I'm just going to wrap this through the middle of this curling rod here. And then, sorry, hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna twist this together and I'm holding on to the end of this so that this doesn't unravel. And I'm gonna leave that a little bit on the straighter side. I'm gonna wrap it one more time. And then I'm just going to pinch these together and twist them right where that end meets. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the next one. And again, I'm using green down here. Truthfully, this takes me like maybe 20 minutes. So it's really not too terrible, but probably not something you want to do every day either. These are also really good for naturally curly hair. When you like have a few pieces that just will not curl, but you're doing curly girl method and you don't want to use heat, if you know you have like a couple of hairs that just don't curl as good as the rest of your hair, you can absolutely use these. So I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna speed this up so you don't have to listen to me this entire time and you don't have to watch me do each of these individually. And then when I get to the top, I will show you a few more so that you can see kind of what that looks like. So just wrapping all the way up to the root too. And then lifting and twisting this. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. So this bottom one's all gonna be green, and then when I run out of green, I'll switch to yellow. Okay, I'm on my last section here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these left. If you have thick hair, buy 2 bags of these. So we're gonna make it work. So what I'm gonna do with this last section is I'm gonna take fairly big pieces. I'm just gonna go horizontally. You can probably tell I don't really have any pattern for this. I'm just gonna kind of twist back, and I kind of wrap the hair as I pull it, as I twist it, or I twist it as I wrap it. I don't know if that makes sense. Kind of like you would with a wand. And then I just try to hold that end. These are harder to twist because they're bigger. There's not as much wiggle room in them. Okay, 2, 3, 4, that should be fine. Okay, and then this piece is gonna be goofy because this is my bangs. And I'm probably just gonna rewrap it truthfully, or recurl it with like a curling iron or something tomorrow. We shall see. My arms hurt real life. I'm tired. I wanna go to bed. Okay. This one, I'm gonna do 3 sections. I'm gonna do one over here, and this one in the middle because I have 3 rods left, and I don't know a better way to do that, truthfully. So I'm just twisting, and it gets kind of hard to maneuver these when they're all in your hair. You run out of space. Okay, there's that one. And we're gonna do this one over here. And a few of them fell out, and I'm just like letting those be because I'll curl them tomorrow. And I'm out of rods here, so it's fine. If they're falling out, it means they're too short or I didn't wrap them very tight, and I don't care enough to fix them. Let's be honest. Okay, last one here. I might try to wrap one of those back there. Okay, it's good enough for me. I feel beautiful. I've never felt prettier. I'm gonna go to sleep and just sleep on these. And we shall see what it looks like in the morning. Good morning. This is my hair after I slept on it. A couple of pieces are kind of falling out. Now I'm going to take it out. So I also have here heating up my Amika wand. This one is cool because it changes out, so I can like pop the top off of it and it's interchangeable. I don't use a wand a ton, but I'm going to use that one today. So that will help me with any of my little pieces that fell out in the middle of the night. So I'm just going to start taking these out, and then when I do this, I untwist these and I just put them in a bag so that they're ready for next time. So I'll start on the bottom, and I'll show you how I'm doing this too. I'm just untwisting, and then I kind of unwrap it, and they're gonna be super curly. That's okay. I'm not gonna put those in there right now because that's gonna be annoying to snap and unsnap that every time. Obviously I don't have any makeup or anything on yet. I wanted to get these out before I showered and got ready for the day, so it's early. So I'm just working on the back first. A couple of these I did have to re-put in, like after I went to bed, they fell out. And you can see some of them are very big. Again, we're gonna fix a lot of this with my curling iron. This is kind of just a fun, I don't do this obviously all the time, but sometimes I like to pretend I have curly hair, and that's what this does for me. Okay. Okay, coming up on the last few here. I know that this is so curly. This is gonna fall over the next few days as I wear it, but I'm also not gonna keep it this curly right now either. It's gonna get bigger before it gets smaller, I'll tell you that. So still untwisting. Some of these curls I did toward my face, and some of them I did away, just so that they didn't all clump together. Is basically what that was for. Sometimes I have to not look at the curl as I untwist it so that my brain doesn't mix it up. I kind of just have to ignore it and let my hands do the work. My iron is heating up right now. That way I can do this as soon as I'm done. Okay, so we're looking real cute. So now, oh, there's still one in there. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shake this out. And again, it's gonna get bigger before it gets smaller, okay? Just keep that in mind. Okay, I got them all. It's very curly. So now I'm just gonna like literally shake these out. Okay, and now I'm literally gonna brush them, which is not something you do to naturally curly hair, but I will to this. So like this piece, you can tell like that looks silly, it needs curled. So after I brush it, it's gonna get poofy. And how we're gonna fix that is with some oil. But this is kind of brushing some of that curl pattern out of there. If you don't wanna like have to do all of this so much and you don't want it to be this curly, don't sleep in them. Just put them in for like a couple of hours. Just long enough to let it completely dry and form to that. Okay, and then I'm taking my Kevin Murphy Young Again oil. I'm gonna put a generous amount of that through my hand. Way more than I would usually use on my hair. And I'm just gonna run that into my hands. I'm gonna start on my ends and work up. And now we're gonna start forming the curl that I wanna see. Big, okay. So now I want to start forming my curl. So my hair naturally parts on this side, so that's how I'm gonna work with this. So how we're gonna do this, let me recurl a couple of pieces first. Find this chunk. I'm just going to wrap just like that. Just like I did with my little curlers here, but with an iron. And this is gonna soften a little bit of this too. I'm gonna have to do something about this back here. Over here. Just to get it out of my way. And then we're gonna do like twists. So I'm gonna take these hairs, I'm gonna create like bigger curls and twist them together. And this is gonna keep my hair from being so incredibly big. And that's too big of a section. So I'm just splitting and like twisting these together. And then back here, I'm gonna take these, I'm gonna twist this forward. Because I don't have naturally curly hair, this isn't like something that I can wet down and put more product in. These are fake curls. And then I'm gonna use a little bit more oil right on those ends. And seriously, within like an hour, this is gonna have gone down significantly. It's still gonna be curly, but it's not gonna be this like crazy chaos of a curl over here. And then this section down here, I'm gonna just split in two, and I just start twisting them together. Volume is usually not an issue for me, like usually I'm trying to get more volume, but in this case, we want less. And again, I'm just running that oil through those ends. And if I need to, that's where my curling iron comes in. Just drop my brush. And I will just help that little end out a little bit so that it's not so crazy and frizzy. right, and then I'm gonna curl a couple of these pieces. Like this piece right here is very curly, so I'm going to soften it a little bit with my iron. And like, look how cute that is. If you pull all that up, oh, so good for an updo. Okay, I'm gonna let this settle for a little bit. I don't have to be anywhere today, which is why I did this on this day. So I'm gonna let that settle for a while, and then I'll show you what it looks like after it relaxes a little bit. And I think these bottom pieces, I'm seriously just gonna have to like twist and pin up underneath here because they're not gonna curl, they're too short. So I think I'm just gonna pin them like right underneath there. Okay, I'll show you guys in a couple of hours after this falls down and I do my makeup and all those things. I'll be back. Okay, it's been like 2 hours-ish and I took a shower. I just pulled this all up into a bun and showered so that it didn't get wet. And then you can still see like some of these are still twisted together, but do you see how much more it's relaxed and how cute it is now? I didn't end up pinning these back ones either because I couldn't really see them like I could before, just because the curls have relaxed a little bit. In the back, it's still frizzier than like up here because I didn't really put nearly as much effort in back there. My children steal my combs, but another thing I sometimes do is I'll do like a little bit of back combing through those top sections just to give it a little bit more body. I could do like a texture spray or something up there too. Just like how these are kind of flat. Another thing you can do is you can just like take an interior piece, kind of push it down. That's not good for your hair, so if your hair's not super healthy, don't do that, but it does give good lift. And I have this side like tucked behind my ear just because that's how I always end up wearing my hair. I don't like that all on my face, so I tuck this top little piece and then this is down here. But it's cute, right? Like, it's a little bit more effort than my regular everyday curls, but I love the texture it gives me. It makes me feel like I have naturally curly hair, even though I don't, so. Hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll link everything I used below. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more hair tutorials, makeup tutorials, just all things beauty. Thanks.